How to reconcile a bank statement. First of all, we need our check register. This is our check register. In fact, I'm going to write it up here so that we call it using the proper terminology. This is our check register. As you remember, this is where we record our deposits, our dates, who it's from, what it's for, and our deposits go in this second column over here. And we keep a running balance of all of our transactions. So each time we add or subtract something to it, like for instance our balance previously to making this deposit was $338.81, we added $1,134.10 to it to come to our new balance of $1,472.91. We do the same thing for our checks. We record our checks and also our automatic payments or electronic fund transfers. We also record our debit card transactions, and there's not one on here right now, but we also record our ATM transactions too. Since those that I just talked about are payments, they go in this first column, so we'll record all of our payments, the amounts on this first column right here, and then we'll also subtract those from our balance each time we do so. This is a bank statement, and it comes from your bank. It's sent to you from them. So you do not prepare this at all. It's going to have your information on it. It's going to have your account number and the dates that the statement covers. In this case, it's from May 1st to May 31st. The first part of your statement is always going to be a summary, and it's going to tell us the beginning balance, how much the bank said that you had as of May 1st. It's going to tell you your total deposits. That's all of your deposits added up together. Your total payments and withdrawals, all of your payments and withdrawals added up together to come to your ending balance, or what the bank says that they say that you have on May the 31st. The bank is saying that you have $343.31 on May the 31st. But wait. On our register, it says we have $318.96. So there is a difference between our register and our bank statement. When we reconcile, we're going to find out what those differences are. The reasons why we might want to reconcile is, first of all, we might make a mistake on our register. It's really easy to misadd something or to leave a check out or something like that, so we might make a mistake. The other reason, and this doesn't happen quite as often, but it does happen, perhaps the bank has made a mistake. Perhaps they have deposited the wrong amount into your account. You need to check the bank, and you need to check yourself every month. Another reason is there might be some charges that you don't know about, that you've not recorded in your bank statement. So the first step of reconciling your bank statement is to get both of these together. Lay them side by side. That's the first step. Have them both in front of you. Okay? Now the bottom part of your bank statement is going to show detailed transactions. Detailed transactions. So for instance, these deposits are going to add up to the total deposits up here that the bank says. So these are all of the deposits that you've made, not just the aggregate amount. Okay? First step of reconciling a bank statement is to compare the two statements and put check marks or tick marks beside the items that occur both on your statement as well as the items that occur on your register. So let's do that. So we're going to compare them and match them. The first one, May the 3rd, customer deposit, $1,134.10. Do I see it on this register? Yes, I do. It's right here, $1,134.10. Because I see it in both places, I put a check mark on both places. Let's go to the next one, $1,134.10. I see it also on my register. I see it down here, and it's easy to do the deposits because we know if it's a deposit, it's going to be in this column. Okay, and the last one, $80. I see that $80 in both places also. So our deposits reconcile. The next thing we do is we need to reconcile the payments. So the first one is an ATM withdrawal of $20. I see the ATM withdrawal of $20. We've paid Royal Insurance $214, and I see that in both places. Hometown Electric $65.50, I see that in both places. The Student Lending Corp $225, I see that in both places. And lastly, the service charge of $6. Let's see, do I see the service charge of $6? No, I sure don't. I don't see the service charge of $6, and that's because that's a charge that the bank has charged me for using their banking services. So we need to record that. So now, do I see it in both places? Why, yes, I do. $6 here and $6 here. Moving on to our checks. Check number 121 for $47.70. I see it in both places. I'm not going to talk while I do this. I'm just going to check off the ones that I see in both places. Okay, so the first thing that I check is that I have everything on my bank statement checked off, which I do. There's nothing that the bank knows about that I don't anymore now that I've recorded this service charge. But I have two items that I've got in my register, but the bank does not know about them. Anytime you have something in your register that the bank doesn't yet know about, we call it outstanding. Okay, it doesn't mean that it's special or anything like that. It just means that it has not cleared the bank yet. The bank does not yet know about it. Sometimes that happens because maybe Nicholas Hardware has not made the deposit yet. They've not deposited this check that I wrote them for $11.10. Therefore, the bank on this side, they don't know about that charge yet. They will, just not yet. So it's really a timing difference. If you flip your bank statement over to the back side, usually there's a reconciliation form. I would advise you to use that. You don't have to, but I'd advise you to use it because it will make it much easier for you. So just follow the steps. Review your statements for service charges and other transactions not recorded in your register. Bring your register up to date and enter your new balance here. Well, we've already recorded our service charges and other transactions not recorded in our register. We've brought our register up to date. So now we're going to enter our new balance, $312.96. With the bank statement in front of you, enter the ending balance from your statement. So what's the ending balance? Our ending balance is $343.31. $343.31. Enter the amount of any outstanding deposits. Now, outstanding, as we said, means that the bank does not yet know about it. Another way to look at it is any deposits, anything in this column right here, that does not have a check mark on it. Well, all of our deposits have check marks on it, so we know that we don't have any outstanding deposits. If one of these did not have a check mark beside it, we would enter that number right there. Okay? Step 4, add line 2 plus line 3 and enter the sum, $343.31, because we just added these two together. Step 5, enter the dollar amount of total outstanding checks or transactions. Well, what does that mean? That means any of these checks or payments without a check mark beside it. And we have two of those. We have this one, and we also have this one, because neither one of them have check marks beside of it. Okay? So the first one is check number 129, and that's for $11.10. The second one is check number 130, and that is for $19.25. If we total it, enter on line 5, we come to $30.35. It says to enter that on line 5, enter the dollar amount of total outstanding checks. So all of your outstanding checks totaled up $30.35. Step 6, subtract line 5 from line 4. This figure should agree with your new register balance shown on line 1. If we subtract $343.31 minus $30.35, we come to $312.96. So the next thing we do is we check to see if this reconcile balance matches our balance in our register. And it does. So that means that we're balanced. The last step. This is what I do. I always draw a line kind of right here, and I write BAL. The reason why I do that is because next month, when we get our June statement and we start reconciling it, if these two numbers don't match, we've got a problem. Up here, we've probably not added right or something like that. And so I know, by writing this down, I know that in June, if I have a problem, the problem is going to be sometime later on in my register during my June transactions, because I know all of my May transactions are correct. Okay? The other thing is I have some students who think that at the very end they should write check marks on these outstanding checks. Don't do that, because when you get your June statement, you'll see a check possibly for check number 129 here for $11.10. You're going to need to check it off here, and you're also going to have to check it off here when you get that statement and when that check clears. Now, if you want, if it just really bothers you, you can put a circle here or something like that. I don't do anything, but that's kind of up to you. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Thank you for listening.